everyone, and thanks for joining me for another Pilates session. Actually, today's session is going to use Tai Chi as its inspiration. A while ago in the UK, I studied Tai Chi, and then I taught Tai Chi for a while. And in fact, my teacher wrote a book on Tai Chi, and I'm not in the pictures, but I am sort of mentioned in it. Now the thing about Tai Chi is it's very much kind of smooth and graceful movements. Lots of similarities with Pilates. We'll still be thinking about our abdominals, we'll still be thinking about our breathing, but I won't cue the abdominals as much, but you do still want to think about always pulling the navel into the spine. Possibly a little bit more repetitive than some of our Pilates movements. And the idea is that there's a lot of grace and smoothness to the movement. In fact, Tai Chi was a form of martial art. In fact, it means supreme iron fist. But it was all very much about yielding rather than hardness. Apparently it started, or one of its origins, was that a Taoist monk saw a crane attacking a snake, and the crane had this hard beak trying to hit the snake, and the snake just kind of kept on yielding and moving away, and eventually the snake escaped by yielding, not by trying to hit back. So there we go. Anyway, so let us just get set. I'm going to be seated, but you can do some of this standing. Sit down whenever you want. I'm outside because it's really nice to be outdoors, even though it's quite a cold day here in New Zealand. So if you take a little bit of this away and you do some at home, or you do some breathing exercises, do try and get near an open window so you can look out into the horizon. Okay, so I have my feet flat on the floor, and I'm using that Pilates hip distance apart. So second toe center of the knee, tips of the hips. We're trying not to roll the knees in towards each other and not to let them fan out to the sides. So if you're standing, you'll observe that same alignment positions. I'm sitting very evenly on my two sit bones, so I'm not rocking back, I'm not leaning into the side of the chair. And the head is just settled back on that spine, so the back of the neck is nice and long. Okay? One of the first things we're going to do is loosening the wrists. So I'd like you to bring your second finger and your thumb to touch, and then just let the other fingertips just gently squeeze in from there, and we're going to circle round, circle round. Now I know that wrist joints are often quite clicky. They have a big range of movement that we need from them, and because of that there's a lot of ligaments that move and flick over each other. So there is a lot to work through. Good, big circles around, and I am just trying to circle through the wrists. Try not to wing my elbows around. Lovely. Let's go round in the other direction. So back and round the other way, back and round the other way. I'm much clickier in this direction. Back and round the other way. Just nice, easy, deep breath in, deep breath out. And thinking of these as continuous circles, so there's no stop at the top. It's all just rolling one into the other. Go. A couple more times. Excellent, good. And then I'm just going to get you to bring your hands down by your sides. Sit yourself up nice and tall, and we'll circle the shoulders all the way round and all the way round. Good. All the way round and all the way round. So I'm taking them back. And again, thinking of that continuous movement, circling them round and back. Steady breathing as we go. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to circle around in the other direction. So just reversing those circles round, reversing them round, reversing them round. And again. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Nice. Let's keep this going for about another 3. Of course, if you get tired, because we are doing quite a lot of these, just do less, just do what suits you. Alright, okay. So the next exercise is called weighing the air. What does that feel like to do? The arms are by your sides, and you're just going to let them float up and then release down. And you're just trying to be aware of the air flowing through the fingertips. So where I am in New Zealand today, it's quite cold. So I can feel my fingertips and that cool air. You might be somewhere quite warm. You might be near a fan. So we're just trying to really tune in to what that feels like. Nice, easy breathing. letting those arms float up. I often use the idea of thinking about water as well. What would it feel like if we were running our hands, moving through water, floating up, releasing down, floating up, releasing down. We're doing a couple more. And last one. Lovely. All right, slightly bigger movement now. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up, right up to the roof, and then soften the elbows and they come all the way down. So we bring the arms all the way up and round, and then we let them come down. Now, if your range needs to be much smaller than mine, that is fine. I'm going to do the next few in standing. So I've still got my feet hip distance apart. And what we do with this one, when we're standing, as the arms come down through the center, we just soften those knees a little bit. I straighten my legs as my arms come up. Soften my knees as my arms come down. All the way up. All the time thinking of that lovely, continuous, flowing movement. Good. And again. And again. Lovely. All right, I'm going to have a little sit back down. Okay, with our next movement, we'll take our feet slightly wider apart. I'll sit again and then do it in standing. And this is called push to side. So one hand is just bent up at the side. This is my pushing hand, and I'm going to push away. And then I'm going to bend that arm in, turn the other way, and I'm going to push the other way. Come all the way back into center, and I'm going to push. Come through the middle, and I'm going to push. So again, that idea of the yielding, it's not a hard push. It's going as far as you can and then drawing all the way back in. As far as you can and drawing all the way back in. And the twist, that side to side movement, that just comes as part of the turn through the body. So it's all sort of moving together. All right, I'm going to come up to standing. And we're slightly changing our weight. So as I go this way, I'm going to bend that knee a bit more. And as I push that way, I'm going to bend the other knee a bit more. So you push. And we push. And we push. My teacher always used to talk about cat-like movement. So the weight through the feet, it's never hard. It's always just kind of pushing in and then releasing away. That you would always be very soft if you were stepping. Now we're not stepping at the moment. But if you were to step, it would all be very quiet and soft. Oh, let's go for a couple more or so. Pushing one way and pushing the other way. Yep, lovely. And then I'm going to get you to sit down if you were standing up. All right, our next one is called diagonal breathing. We bring the arms up to the center. Turn the hands away from you. Stretch one arm high, one arm low. And then bring those arms back to the center. And the other arm comes high and the other arm comes low. And then we come back to the center, and one arm comes high and one arm comes low, and then we come back to the center. And again, continuous flowing movement, reaching away, coming on in, reaching away, good, coming on in, reaching away. Lovely. Now if you were doing this one in standing, you've just got the weight nice and even through the feet as you reach away, keeping a softness in the knees the whole time. And as soon as you've stretched as far as you think that you can, you soften your elbows and pull everything back into center again. Good. Just a couple more here. And then we bring everything back down, sitting down if you were standing. Okay, we're now waving hands through clouds. So for this one hand starts above and one hand starts below. One hand's in line with my chest, one hand's in line with my belly. I'm going to go in the direction of my top arm. I'm going to turn that way. And then once you've gone as far as you can, and I've still got both hips down, my hands will swap over. One arm sweeps down, one arm comes up, and I come around the other way. And that top arm comes down and the bottom arm comes up when we come back around the other way. One arm comes down, one arm comes up, and we come again. One arm comes down, one arm comes up, and we come again. Good. So lovely gentle twist, moving from one side to the other. Now you can keep going with this, or you can join me in standing. Okay, up we come. Now we have a little bit of a step. We're going to step as we twist, swap the arms over, and then a little step as we twist the other way, and we swap the arms over. So I'm just pretty much picking up my foot and putting it back down exactly where it was. If that makes you feel unsteady, you can just leave your feet on the floor the whole time. But I'm just doing a little step, so it gives me an extra little bit of a balance challenge. Moving hands through clouds. What could that possibly be like? That endless movement, real softness as you progress and you move through the cloud. There would never be anything to grasp onto. It would slip through your fingertips as soon as you got there. Just keep it going. Excellent. All right, come back to center and rest all the way down. Okay, we're going to do a move now that forms part of the Yang style, which is something that I learnt. And it's called Golden Rooster Stands on One Leg. Okay, so of course we're going to do it sitting, and then some of you will have an option to try it in standing if you would like. So we're going to move same arm and leg. The arm comes up and the leg lifts up. And then the arm and leg come down really smoothly. Remember that cat-like movement. So when you land your foot and you land your hand, or land your foot and your arm comes down, it's all very soft through that foot. We come up and we come down. And we come up and we come down. Now if you don't want to do the leg, you don't need to. You can just go with that arm movement. Or for you, you might just lift your heel up off the floor. And the same applies as you come to standing, okay? So if you want to try this with me, up we come. We're going to bring one leg up and just a heel to start with, and then down we come. Other arm up and other heel up, and then we come down. Other arm up, another heel up, and then we're down. And again, now go carefully with this one. But if you want, you might be able to get your foot a bit higher off the floor. A little bit higher off the floor. Really good ankle stability and ankle challenge. Of course, we use this movement all the time. If we're going to walk upstairs or even just walking in a straight line, or there might be a little step. Really good to have that movement in the hips. And that strength. Now you just go back to your heel lift if that is the right thing for you today. Good. And we're going to go again. And we're going to go again. Excellent. And then we're all going to have a little sit down. Okay. Excellent. All right. So for our next move, it's called grasping the sparrow's tail, okay? So we'll do it in sitting, and then if you would like to stand, you can stand, okay? So I'm going to keep this arm up here. This arm is going to sweep all the way around and pull back. I'll do that again. So this arm stays here, the other arm sweeps all the way around, and it pulls back and the other arm reaches forwards. All right, here we go again. Sweep it all the way around, pull back and reach forwards. Let's go again. Sweep it all the way around, pull back and push with your other hand. All right, sweep across, pull back, push. Sweep across, pull back, push. Who's desperate to try it standing? Here we go, legs apart. Sweep across, lean the way you're going, and then come back. Start with the weight even. Sweep across and lean, and then as you pull back, you change your weight. Start with the weight center. Sweep across and lean one way. Lean the other way as you pull back. And again. Sweep across, lean, and pull back. And again, sweep across and lean and pull back. Last one, sweep across and pull back. Okay, down we sit. Let's try it on the other side. So one arm in front, one arm out. We're going to sweep across the other way, turning, and then as we pull back, the other arm pushes through. So we're here. We're going to sweep across and then pull back and push through. That's where we start. Sweep across, pull back and push. So grasping the sparrow's tail. I'll give you one more sitting, and then if you like, you can join me in standing. So weight even through the feet. As you sweep across, you're going to bend your knee, and then you pull back to press. Weight even. Sweep across and pull back, press. Weight even. Sweep across and pull back, press. Weight even. Sweep across and pull back, press. And even. Sweep across, pull back, press. And even. Last time, sweep across, pull back, press. And we're center. Okay, big shoulder circle round. You're doing really well. We're going to do one more today. And this is called repulsing the monkey. Lots of animal imagery with our for you today. So with repulsing the monkey, you're going to have your arms out in front of you. You're going to pull one arm back and turn that way. And then you're going to reach that arm forward and pull back your other one. Almost like a bow and arrow movement we have done in Pilates. Okay. So all very smooth. One part of the movement comes into the other part of the movement. Excellent. Now, you've got a couple of options if you want to start it in standing, if you want to try it in standing. Repulsing the monkey is actually a movement that goes backwards. Let's just try it standing first of all. Both arms are forward. We pull one arm back. We're going to turn that way. And then we pull the other arm back. We're going to turn that way. Pull back. Pull back. Now, all I want you to do is step to the side that's bending. Step to the side that's bending. Step to the side. And when I'm talking about bending, I'm talking my arm is bending. That's the side that's coming back. Stepping. And stepping. And stepping. Alright, I'm going to go side on so I can move a bit. This is not necessarily for you, but maybe something for you to think about. So as I come back, I'm actually going to step back. And then I'm going to step back. Now we know that the most common falls happen when stepping back and losing our balance. So this is a really good one to start to build that confidence in stepping backwards. One more. And then if you're with me, we're going to turn around and we're going to go again. Otherwise, maybe you're just doing it in your chair. Or maybe you're just doing it on your spot. It doesn't have to be a big step. Now the idea with this is really yielding. The idea is that if you were using it as martial art, if someone is punching you, you're actually pulling their punch so you get them off balance, and the other arm is then just defending yourself. Just one more, repulsing the monkey. Good, and then come all the way back and sit yourself down. All right, that's excellent. We're going to do one last exercise today, which I think I've done with you before. It's called 4-directional breathing. Up, down, out wide and forwards. Those are our 4 directions. We're going to breathe in and bring the hands in front of your lovely big lungs and your rib cage, and you're going to press to the roof. Breathe out there. Breathe in. Push down. Breathe in. Push wide. Breathe in. Push straight ahead. Breathe in. Push high. Breathe in. Push low. Breathe in. Come wide. Breathe in. Straight ahead. So remember, all our waving through clouds, that beautiful soft movement with the arms. There's never a hard finish. It's always softly moving into the next part of the movement. No hard edges. Soft smoothness. We're going to go one last time. Come in to the roof. Come in. Come down. Lift up. Push wide. Come in. Straight ahead. And then in and rest. Great work, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. Something a little bit different. Always just trying to work on breath and smoothness of movement, and hopefully you were thinking about your abdominals, although I did give you a break from constantly reminding you about those today. Enjoy the rest of your day.